What's up, YouTube? The Irish USMC Vet here. Let this bad boy warm up, get people in here, we'll get the party started. No fancy music this morning. I'll have to put that in later. I'm making some Cafe Bustelo, Cafe Espresso Melito. Not like Tony Melito, the annoying commercial guy. But anyways. Oh, there's Stinger. Give me just a minute there, buddy. I'm over here at the El Cafefe pot. And I will get you in just a moment. So I found Buckshot Hemming's site. I was talking about snares and trapping yesterday. I put that up over in the comments. For any of you interested. Oh, shit, Nicholson, you got a hat on today.
Matchy.
I don't ever
See
match.
me? Oh. I blend in with sunglasses.
I don't ever match.
No.
I have 10 of the same jackets. Most of my hats. Oh yeah, I'm not even taking my shit off. I'm not even taking my shit. Man, bro, it's a afternoon. Well, no, not for you, I guess.
Yeah.
It's still like 9:30 at your place, but. So what's been going on since the last time I talked to you at 0 Dark 30?
Woke up sick.
Uh-oh. It's probably that tasty food your wife made you do.
Might be. I hope it's just that.
Because wasn't it a lot of onion? Are you used to eating a lot of onion?
Onions and peppers and beef.
Well, I'm sure it was. I'm not questioning your cooking abilities.
Russ might.
Mm-hmm.
Then you really might get poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, Walter Davis. Preparing for this food shortage that is coming in the article that I brought up for your viewing pleasure. This is the guy I was talking about yesterday. Buckshot Hemming. He is a trapper. And now apparently his website is way more fantastic than it used to be. So I have an affiliate link. If you want to purchase anything, I'll post that up. But yeah, anyways, I got on the Facebooks, the Books of Face, and I was looking. They've closed down both of the radio shows that I would appear on and one I co-hosted on. So they're completely gone. Like, can't even find the archives. So, and those were like really good. Now I did find that Demcad recorded his and uploaded it to YouTube from 2011, but before that, I'm thinking Kaz versus Wild is the only other one I could find, except for the Swede talks about it on his channel because he was one of the hosts and I co-hosted with him. But other than that, it's gone. What was it called? Prepper News Network or something like that, and then the Watchman.fm, gone, all gone. I think they got shut down because you can't find anything about it. Because if you type in Watchmen, you know what you find. All about the movie. I found a pretty cool channel last night on asparagus. The guy's name is Schick Happens, like shit happens, but Schick like the razor. Whenever I was checking out Staying Awake 20's channel, who is the Swede, and So yeah,
Awesome.
found some old things that I used to do. I didn't find my actuals, but I found some people that I used to watch and work with because it was cold as shit last night. 34 degrees.
Yeah.
Good morning to Walter Davis.
Not quite freezing, at least.
Good morning to the Patriot in the Dark from Pure Michigan Penal Colony. Right. So let's hear about what's going on up there. I know they had a uprising, I guess we could say, a small uprising to say fuck you to your government. So I'll be more than happy to listen to that or talk about that.
It's funny, with a little virus, they think they can just turn off the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Yeah, we're just going to put that on hold because of reasons. People are allowing it in a lot of states, unfortunately. But it is nice to see Michigan standing up.
Because they're, everybody's tired of this shit. Like they understand that the quarantine is to protect them and blah, 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 blah. But whenever you do go out, you're getting fucking harassed by the police. Yep. Getting a ticket for the same amount of money that you're getting from the government. Yep. So everybody's starting to see the
or you
bullshit.
Get arrested for wakeboarding.
Yeah, how much money did that take for you to fire up that goddamn boat and go out there and pick these people up?
Shutting down churches but keeping liquor stores open. Why? Probably because liquor stores pay taxes. Churches don't.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that's freedom of religion. And like I said, it is a great idea to stay home. I'm not saying it's not. However, whenever it's being enforced, it's total bullshit. Now, just like everything else is a choice. If I go to the store and I see a bunch of people being retarded, I will avoid said store or something. But I mean, I don't think
personal responsibility.
Like I've said many times. Yeah, like I've said many times. The CRBN technician in me says, this is the right thing to do, because it is to slow a bioweapon or chemical, nuclear, radiological, or biological fucking pathogen. So, and I read the protocols to you exactly how they were supposed to be done. A couple days, a couple weeks back, whatever. So that is the correct protocol to follow for a bioweapon. However, like I said, the Marine in me says, fuck that. I'll go wherever I want to go. But with that also being said, I will go wherever I want to go and take the proper precautions to not get my family sick. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. Like it's a fucked up situation, and it's great that everybody's educated on it now. It's great that millions of people went out and bought guns, and found out that it's not easy just to go buy one and get it shipped to your house. So, I mean, there's some good things that come from this, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of bad shit once we find out what all these crooked-ass politicians are doing up there in the name of, virus security. What we should be doing is figuring out who really gave it to us, whoever helped the Chinese get it, or whatever the case may be, and let's get the real deal going, and then, put these people in prison. If not prison, take them out in front of the fucking White House and put them under the White House lawn and let people take shots at them, because they've ultimately fucked us, because they're playing God. And so when you play God, you should be able to play God against, and somebody can take your fucking brain housing group off with a 7.62 by 39 millimeter for playing God.
They couldn't do that because then They would have to do the same thing for themselves because it's not like China's the only one playing around with this shit.
Right, but you've never, and like I said, it came out that they released it, or not, they didn't release it. Let me back that up because I don't want to be fake news. That it came from the area, the exact fucking area of their level 4 BSL lab. So
either that or it was planted like they already claimed that it was, bro. And at this point, I don't believe it when the United States says anything anymore. Anytime they say something, it's usually a fucking lie.
When you stole a piece of candy as a kid, you said, "Oh no, somebody else put that in my pocket." That's the same thing China's doing.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not like America wouldn't fucking do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've already got their fall guy. Fall guys from Harvard. Let's see if we can find that.
I'm just saying, I don't trust any official story anymore, especially if it's coming from the U.S. government.
Yeah, I mean,
you proved to lie to me on one thing. Like, and this goes along with people in my life too. You fuck me over in one way, I'll never trust you the same way again. It's even more that way with the government.
All right. So this guy, we talked about this way back, but here's the article. Harvard professor among three charged with lying and having government Chinese ties. Harvard's professor and 2 Chinese nationals were federally indicted in 3 separate cases, allegedly lying to the U.S. about their involvement in China's government. The U.S. attorney. Okay, so this is on the Clinton News Network, but it doesn't say what I wanted to say. But it also comes back, if you do more research, that the Chinese nationals, one of them neglected also to inform them that she was a lieutenant in the Chinese Republic National Army or whatever. So they had Chinese operatives here in the United States helping this this fucking slimebag prick professor to develop these things so that they could send them back to China. But morning, sir. Walter Davis says hello. Patriot in the dark. And then here's the link. I'm having a brain fart. Okay, where'd it go? I closed out all these tabs, and now I can't even find the damn one I just had open. There it is. I closed out like 50 of them. There was like all across the top. Anyways, so federal authorities told reporters the cases highlighted the ongoing threat posed by China, using non-traditional collectors like academics and researchers to steal American research and technology. So I don't know if that means it was our technology and they stole it, or they just paid oh boy to make it. Dr. Charles Lieber, 60, who is chair of Harvard's Chemistry and Chemical Biology Department, is accused of lying and working with several Chinese organizations where it collected hundreds of thousands of dollars from Chinese entities. U.S. Attorney Andrew Lelling said in a news conference. According to the court documents, Lieber's research group at Harvard had received $15 million in funding from the National Institutes of Health and Department of Defense, which requires disclosing foreign financial conflicts of interest. The complaint alleges that Lieber had lied about his affiliation with Wuhan University of Technology, WUT in China, and a contract he had with the Chinese talent recruitment plan to attract high-level scientists to the country. He was being paid $50,000 a month by the Chinese university and given $1.5 million to establish a nanoscience research lab in Wuhan. A nanoscience. That's exactly what we need. Some fucking... Okay. Anyways, carry on. CNN has reached out to the attorney of Lieber. In a statement, Harvard called the changes extremely serious. Harvard is cooperating with federal authorities, including the National Institutes of Health, and conducting its own review in the alleged misconduct. If he done that, he should be fucking burned at the stake, bro. The university said in a statement, Professor Lieber has been placed on indefinite administrative leave, all probably paid too. In a separate indictment unsealed Tuesday, Yang Ying-ye, a 29-year-old Chinese national, was charged with visa fraud, making false statements, conspiracy, and being an unregistered agent to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Yang Qingyang has falsely identified herself as a student on her visa application and lied about her military service while she was employed as a scientific researcher at Boston University. According to the indictment, she is admitted to the federal court officers during an April 2019 interview that she held a rank of lieutenant in the People's Liberation Army of China. All right, so quickly, I want to talk about that little statement there. What happened to all this shit that the Patriot Act? I mean, isn't that what it's supposed to catch?
Aches and pains.
We have a People's Liberation Army lieutenant working at a Boston University. Oh wait, where's the Boston bombing? Oh shit, in Boston. But we can have a fucking People's Liberation Army lieutenant working at a university. Well, what happened to all that?
Getting paid, bro.
What happened to all that? What happened to all that security, bro? Like we got fucking every fucking phone I have is spy tapped, and you know when I fart, you know when I go somewhere.
You ain't got a lot of money. They do.
But why are we not catching these people? If we got so much fucking so many fusion centers and so much government fucking money.
Bin Laden's, dude.
I know.
They were meeting with the president, not Osama himself, but his whole fucking family met with President Bush, days before 9/11.
Yes, sir.
You telling me that one hand don't wash the other?
They left the White House on 9/11 after the planes hit the fucking towers.
I'm just saying, bro.
But
They're
you
all in fucking cahoots.
If this right here does not tell you that they cannot secure you and not to give away any more of your fucking liberties or freedoms to them, I don't know what else will.
Why do you think we never even found Bin Laden until the next president came on?
We knew where the fuck he was. We always knew where he was.
They knew where
he was. A trained CIA operative, just like fucking.
But they didn't take him out because they were in good with the Bushes. I guess they weren't so in good with the Obamas.
Right. So I ask you, and I implore you to spread that link, and then ask people, how in the living fuck, if we have all this technological security, did we allow a military officer to be employed at the Boston University? So our intelligence is no better than the fucking Cold War intelligence.
Our intelligence is great, but we just decide to do it when we want to and not on others.
But the Patriot Act was supposed to stop shit like this from happening. And now we have a fucking Harvard scientist right underneath the nose, a Boston University that's employed a fucking Chi-Com, and somebody at the visa place just said, hey, sure, you can get a fucking visa. We're not going to do that much of a background check. But now, if your ass does something fucking wrong, they'll have so far up their fist up your fucking ass that you'll be able to fucking taste your tonsils.
I don't have no money.
But it doesn't matter. Like this is a prime example of how they're saying that we are protecting you by putting all these bullshit fucking laws in, and to protect you. Yeah. All while, guess what? You're not protecting anything. You're just spying on people and getting fucking. You're getting fucking
up your liberty for some perceived security.
You're getting somebody's fucking old lady's naked photos or dude photos or transgender photos, and that's all you motherfucking worthless fucks are doing at the fucking alphabet boy agencies.
Every time you go to the airport and you get molested for the veil of safety, we need to fill up old grandma here to make sure she ain't packing a pipe bomb. Yet 90% of when they test to get a gun or explosives on a plane, 90% of it shit gets through. So once again, perceived security, and you're giving up essential liberties for it. We were warned about this back when this country first started.
Right, but this is a fucking slap in the face. Like, this is fucking blatant. So your government, who has fucked us all, or your government, I say your government, our our government, Heil government, is fucking telling us, um, you know, I wanted to talk about this so long. That's why I'm so fucking amped up about it. But you fucks out there, you will shut down my fucking channel. You will remove my stuff because I'm selling something fucking random like a face mask, and you want to take my motherfucking liberties, but you fucks can't even identify a fucking lieutenant in the fucking army, then fucking Chinese ass. What's next? What's next? Is Putin gonna come in here and run for goddamn president, and nobody's gonna know? Because you dumb fucks. I don't understand how this is even possible. You have taken so much from us. You like everywhere I go, my phone tracks me. Everywhere in my house, my Wi-Fi tracks me. You listen to my phone calls. You track my fucking phone. You track my bank account. You track everything. But you mean to tell me you can't tell that we employed a fucking lieutenant from the Chinese army in a fucking bioweapons lab research facility in Boston University? Come on now.
Walter Davis, all true. My father got full searched every time he got on a plane in his 70s. Yeah, they'll let the fucking guys that are straight out of fucking Iraq go right through because we wouldn't want to racially profile.
So all you're saying is I need to wear my shamag, and some sandals, and I can walk through. That's really like, you know, I won't fly because of that. I refuse to fly. I will drive everywhere. But now they're trying to do that too. Why the fuck do I need a star on my fucking ID when you're giving illegal fucking immigrants and people you didn't do any research on, because we obviously have a fucking Chinese lieutenant in the fucking United States doing intelligence gathering missions? What the fuck?
I'll never get one of those real IDs. Fuck that shit. Good fucking luck trying to get me to, because I'll drive without.
God.
I've driven without a license before. What are you gonna do? Find my ass? Well,
Prepper God. Oh, yeah, well, they make it a felony if you get caught driving without it enough.
So what are they gonna do? They're gonna take away my guns? Good fucking luck, bro. I can make more. This is why you educate yourself on how to get around their fucking stupidity.
The truth in this diversion from the comment I sent your way. So, are you talking about Atlas there, Prepper God? Because I've heard about that. There's a conspiracy going around that's why they closed down all the observatories, and it wasn't because of child photos being found on a computer. It was supposedly to cover up the fact that the guy found out that Atlas was going to come close to us. And now this is all a conspiracy theory. I'm just telling you what the conspiracy theory is. Anyway, so the guy that was busted at the observatory for looking at child pictures, because we don't want to use the other word, we'll get kicked off. But he supposedly found Atlas, and it's supposed to be the comet itself is half the size of the sun, and then the tail is a half the size of the sun. So overall, the comet and the tail are the size of the sun.
Half the size of the sun? Are you kidding me? That's a planet, bro.
Right. I'm just telling you what the conspiracy theory is. I'm not saying I'm buying in on it. I'm just telling you. Because something that large, you would definitely be able to see. There'd obviously
you can fit like over 3,000 Earths into the sun. I'm just saying.
Right. So, but you would feel the gravitational pull, right? So, there's a date, and I hate to use. It's not mine. I promise you, this is just a fucking. I'm just telling you the conspiracy theory. You see that I'm smiling, right? So supposedly on April 29th, this said comet will come by us, and that is the reason why China released the bioweapon, was to have everybody in quarantine to stop, to have minimal casualties because of this this Atlas. So maybe Prepper God can tell us more about it, but that was the gist of the
conspiracy theory needs to be somewhat believable. When you're talking about half the size of the sun, man, right there, it's like, no. That's like Jupiter coming, at least, if not like 4 or 5 Jupiters coming through. You know how much damage that would do knocking through the space? I mean,
again,
cool planets away from each other and shit.
Again, I would like to say this is not my conspiracy theory, Poison Stinger. I'm just telling you what I heard, and I'm laughing because if something of that mass, you're correct. If something of that mass, we would already be feeling that, right? So
Yeah.
I would already start causing problems. But that's the supposed what Prepper God was talking about there. All true. My father got full research, full search every time he got on the plane. In his 70s, I refused to fly until, I won't fly either until they get rid of it. Or if I do, I will take a private plane and then
Well, they say you
take.
can't even you're gonna not be able to fly even locally if you don't have the real ID. I was like, well, that's fine. I don't fly anyway, man. I haven't. Last time I flew was like what 2013, 2014 to Tennessee and back.
Yeah.
That was it. And
So
yeah, I didn't even want to do that.
yeah, I mean, this is what we need to spread around. Like we have all of our fucking freedoms taken away, and they're spending more time fucking digging in fucking little kids' diapers and fucking butthole searching people that don't need to be searched. The American people, uh,
We knew
you know,
about Harvey Weinstein or not Harvey Weinstein, the fucking pedophile island. We knew
oh,
about that fucker for a long fucking time. I mean, come on, presidents went there.
well, that's why. That's why it was never found out.
Yeah.
You know, because it was the pedo island for fucking pedos.
I'm just
So
saying, this is the world we live in, bro. The United States of America.
right. Well, we need to take back all
Justice for
those.
all. My ass.
We need to repeal most of. Uh, I'll go out on a limb and say all that shit because that is the dumbest fucking thing. Yo, you got some little dude or chick or non-binary fucking whatever the fuck you may be, sitting there watching us talking about this to get us to fuck up once, while they should be putting their investigation work into fucking Chinese operatives in the fucking United States working at fucking level chemistry fucking labs. I mean, wow. Why the fuck are we allowing universities to do that out of the military anyways?
Right.
Prepper God has been unavailable. When in need, ask around. Yeah, no. Believe in God, and that's it. Satan, eat a dick. I've been feeling someone has multiple
Talking about
personalities.
prepper Satan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's called multiple personality disorders.
That's called. We had a great idea a few weeks back.
Yeah, you missed
Somebody
out,
jumped
Saint.
all over it.
Yeah. Yep. And remember, it's a Midwest prepper. We now have Prepper Jesus, Prepper Satan, Prepper God, and there's another one, Prepper something else.
I'm surprised there's not a prepper Holy Ghost. Although now that
Oh, Prepper Father. All right. Let's see what's going on today in the world after my rant. Sorry, guys and gals, got a little crazy there, but you know, I just can't handle the fact that all this dumb shit happens. Midwest Prepper Patriot. Wow, that's a new one. I don't know. Is that Midwest Prepper Patriot? Are you a new to the channel, or is this another alter ego of our homeboy?
I think we have seen him before.
Prepper Reaper's also around. Okay.
I like
sorry.
No snip on Nick.
All right. Well, if it's not one of our friends, alter egos, welcome. You missed the yelling, ranting, cussing rant. So Delaware made me add Patriot. Okay, so it is another alter ego. So that's the current count as of yesterday. Let me go over here and refresh rate this. If it's make sure I refresh it, and we went up another 100,000. 35,000 deaths in the United States. Thanks for the verification. So Saints is now caught up to speed on our multiple personality disorders. All right. Dr. Phil joins parade of morons on Fox News who fail to understand simple integers. Well, most of us don't know what an integer is, anyways.
I don't.
I mean, I know it. It's math. My kids do it, but
the only person I even watch on Fox, and it's only once in a while, is Tucker. I mean, he had the New Jersey governor on. I think it was last night or the night before, whatever, talking about why you going against the Bill of Rights. You can't fucking do that shit and stuff. Pretty good. Tucker's like the closest one that I relate to, but other than that, I mean, I can't even watch Hannity, man. He's so fucking up the ass of Trump. It's frustrating. I'd rather watch Alex Jones than Hannity anymore.
Yeah, like Alex is funny. He's very fucking flamboyant, but I just like the fact that him and Matt Drudge put out all the links, and you can go there and look and do your own research. I mean, because like I said, Grandpa always said, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Now, the bombshell UK report is saying that it did not start in Wuhan, but it was months earlier, somewhere else. That was the Daily Star, so it's a trash magazine.
You ever play the shell game?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what it's feeling like right about now. I don't believe anybody. I don't believe it was China. I don't believe it was the United States. I don't believe it wasn't the United States, and I don't believe it wasn't China. I don't know where it's from. I know it's not natural, and I don't think we'll ever come out to there'll never be a conclusion that we can oh yeah, that's definitely how it happened. Because you can't trust anybody. Nobody's trustworthy. Yeah, everybody's a proven liar.
Yeah.
You can't trust a liar.
Well, you can't trust anybody in government. Career politician says it all. Says it all. If you look up liar in the dictionary, it should have career politician.
It should have most politicians. There's only been a few that were ever a politician that were honest at first. I mean, I'll give it to the Democrats, man. They at least tell you what they're all about. Oh yeah, we're coming for your guns and we want socialism for all. Thank you for being somewhat honest, because I believe that. I might not agree with it, but I believe that's exactly what you want to do. Whereas I have Republicans saying, "Oh, I'm totally pro Second Amendment, and you can keep your guns. Oh, by the way, you don't need that bump stock."
Yeah, you just need Papaw's shotgun.
Yeah.
Which is fucking totally worse than a fucking rifle. It does more damage.
As I've told you before, I'd rather have a Democrat in office, because that's the only time that Republicans seem to be somewhat conservative and pro-gun rights. Because if the Republicans are in charge, we were supposed to get the Safe Hearing Act. Yeah, it never happened. We were supposed to get all this gun control overturned because we had House, Senate, and the presidency. Not a damn thing happened. In fact, if nothing else, we have more gun control stuff thanks to Trump than we did under Obama. So, as I said, and it's just, that comes to where I appreciate the Democrats for being upfront and honest.
Yeah, they need to step back and look and not take any of our fucking freedoms. Jesus. Who in the fuck? We can't even keep track of fucking Chinese nationals. We can't even verify that they're real or not. Fuck, they could be the boogeyman. Who knows? But you could take away more of my fucking rights. The rights that I fought for. The rights that my fucking family fought for. Fuck. 3-4 of my fucking uncles got Purple Hearts and Silver Stars and all kinds of goddamn medals and stuff, But we just keep taking them away. Take the big green weenie with no Vaseline. All while we'll just give fucking people from the Chinese Liberation Army or Republican Army or whatever the fuck they are jobs at the fucking top universities. Yeah, I don't see them giving us any fucking fancy ass jobs. But no, let me take you to the airport and have some fucking GED having motherfucker tell, yeah, because that's gonna work. That's gonna work. Sorry if you work in that field. Maybe you got hired at GED. I don't know, but yeah. Generally speaking, I don't think there's a whole lot of fucking special operators working as a fucking baggage checker. So just saying. So I've tried to upload all my videos on Brighteon.
Yeah.
And I have some going up on BitChute, but every time I got a status code 500 failed on Brighteon, whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
And so I got an email back about them and said leave off the photos for right now until it uploads, and then go back and put the photo after.
Huh.
So yeah.
Yeah, I still need to make my BitChute account. I'm gonna the next video that I post. Hopefully, will be the one of the Dan West in 1911. And so on YouTube, I'm gonna edit out all the bang noises, because YouTube's algorithm catches that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put in some silly sounds, slide whistles or some shit instead. But also, I'll have a link to the BitChute version where it's not like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna start doing from now on, which sucks because that's a lot of work to edit a video twice. But whatever.
Well, just take all the audio out of it, and then you can do a talkover. You'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna do the bumble clock here, and then we're gonna clap this motherfucker here." And then over on BitChute, be like, if you want to see the real video, because YouTube says fuck me, then go over to BitChute and watch it.
Pretty much.
So what's going on in everybody's neighborhood? Sorry about the saying fuck 93 times in 30 seconds. I just get aggravated.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of things to be passionate about right now.
And that's one of them. Like, you're taking away my liberties and everybody else's liberties, just so you can let all these other fucktards come in here and do whatever the fuck they want to.
You know what really pisses me off, though, is we as an American citizens, well, I wouldn't even consider citizens. We're people, not citizens. In the corporate United States of America, because it's a corporation. But what really pisses me off is that we, the American people, allow this shit to go on. And we enjoy watching the parade and the show. Like, all the pomp and circumstance. I thought we wanted to get away from that when we got away from England. But apparently not, because you still get all these people who just love watching the politics. Even people, in our circle that used to just love it for the circus of it all. And I'm like, this isn't fun and games, bro. This is not something to be watched as entertainment. This is disturbing. Real people are getting hurt. Real kids are getting molested. Real freedoms are being taken away. And people are just like, oh, look what's going on in the news today. It's like the fucking Kardashians and shit.
Yeah. The Kardashians.
I mean, you have, I don't remember her name, but that one black senator with the cowboy hat and the rhinestones. How the fuck does that person get into power? How the fuck does, Dianne Feinstein at least seemed semi-sane at one time, but you have Nancy Pelosi, who can't make a coherent sentence, hasn't been able to since the 90s, and she's still in power, and we allow it.
Yeah. Yep. That's how, the Californians, all the money they're telling her, hey, let's keep this bitch there because...
But they're still, I still think they have a brain.
Did you say they have a brain?
Yeah, I think so.
Bro.
I've met some Californians that, actually know what shit's going on.
Yeah, Wasser. Wasser's about the only one that we had that was that knew what was up.
Yeah. Well,
Corsair trainers. He knows what's up.
Even the most retarded person should be able to see Nancy Pelosi for what she is.
Yeah, well.
But somehow she got in and got power and now has so many fingers in the pot that she has even more power, and which is probably the only reason why she's even in there still. Because anybody who would actually rival her gets dealt with. Just like the Clintons.
Yeah. Well, once you get enough dirt on everybody, that's what happens. You can put your finger on them and press them. Saints of Sapper says, dub it in Mandarin. They won't touch that. Yep, they won't touch that shit.
I mean, yeah, what was it, Nancy Pelosi that was hugging Chinese people as they were coming into the country when this first all took off?
I don't know. I mean,
it's not be racist against the Chinese people. Hug them. Hug the Chinese people that are coming in.
But it's not the Chinese people's fault.
I understand that, but I mean, you have her doing this for political gain or whatever, just for a photo op.
Yeah, and then she probably went home and fucking bleached herself.
It's bad advice from hugging people that's coming in from China. You know, but that's not what they preach.
Oh, it's so true. It's not funny, but yeah, Hitlery, as I like to call her, Hitlery. Yeah, nobody has 52 friends that commit suicide. I like the one where you shoot yourself in the back of the head with the fucking gun. I don't think you can you do that while you're walking down the road and get perfect? I don't know. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that bitch should be in prison, shackled around her neck, her ankles, her waist.
We really need to bring back the tar and the feathering, bro.
Or the firing squad, because, but the firing squad with BB guns, air-powered BB guns, CO2-powered BB guns. So that would be just dessert. Headline: Phoenix unknown body found on shoulder of I-17. Was that belonging to the shirt incident, Riddle Girl?
No.
That's just a local news article of recent, I guess.
Oh, I thought that was involving the shirt of death that we had covered yesterday.
Well, I don't think we covered that on the chat yesterday.
Well, that's okay. So I'm not going to go in detail because I didn't remember if we did or did not.
It all blends together after a while, don't it?
Well, that's why I just said the shirt of death. You know, no more information. Let's see. VOCs can affect your health, which we all know, but you can't buy a respirator right now to protect yourself from that because it's illegal.
You can't even fucking buy a CPAP machine for your sleep apnea.
So I was right. People are using those to keep people alive. I didn't know. I didn't have the time to do the research, but I knew somebody out there would figure it out. Part of the master plan billionaire globalists is to reduce the world's population by a few billion people, starting with minorities, including people who live in Africa, India, and the United States. Bill Gates comes right out and says it to all those damn, I cannot. Says it at those TED conferences, talking about using vaccines to reduce population by billions. How does it work if they're supposedly safe and effective? Because they're not. You could call it conspiracy theory, but then again, 9/11, NSA PRISM, Russians collection hoax, sham impeachment, and this COVID pandemic all scream otherwise. There are plenty of us intelligent, smart, street smart, book smart, common sense loving folks around who use our brains daily, eat organic, supplement, and with natural medicine, and keep our guts clean. UFC. Okay, I'm not going to read it all. Jesus. What?
What?
What? I will post the article. Top 10 all. Damn, man. Top 10 all-time immune system crushers. I need something there. I don't know. I'm losing it today. All right, so here's a link to that. Tells you all about things that you shouldn't be doing and what you should be doing, because Bill Gates is trying to backdoor you and give you a COVID woo-woo Wuhan Jim John vaccine and wipe out billions. So don't take your vaccine. Plans to give back our freedom. a phase.
Reopening of the country, supposedly.
Yeah, the wife talked about that yesterday a little bit. Something about a soft reopening.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah,
A
so
soft.
basically they're not gonna re-implement anything after April 30th federally, but each state is gonna be required to keep their stuff under control, and if they don't think that the outbreak has been contained in their state, then that state will not reopen. So for example, New Jersey, having the highest death rate right now, would not reopen on April 30th, but we might because Arizona isn't that bad.
You can all suck a cock.
So does this mean I can wear my face mask in to get my real ID? Yes!
Hopefully.
I think I'll wear that. Hey, you know what? I can just convert to Muslimism. And I know that's not what it's called. But then I can wear my shamag.
Yeah, but you like bacon too much, bro. You like bacon.
Well, I can be, you know how like Amish has Mennonites? I can be like the Mennonite version of the Muslim world.
You're soft Muslim.
Yeah.
Muslim like.
But my religion says I need to wear a mask in all photos, so I can't be photographed.
Right, it's against your religion.
I guess I could be Amish. They don't have to have photographs.
Uh-huh. I didn't know that. I mean, I know they don't have cameras. Well, I know some of them don't have cameras, but
yeah,
they're not. They're against having their photo taken.
No, yes, they are. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know Amish people, and they're no photos.
Oh.
I don't know why. I didn't get that far, but they don't even have IDs.
You don't want your photo taken. It's because you don't want it to steal your soul, right?
Well, that's probably it.
Isn't that the whole knowledge?
So, but they don't have to have IDs. So if you're Amish and you're 12, you can walk into a thing and say, "I need 12 packs of cigarettes," and they can't ID you because you're Amish, because you're not allowed to have your picture taken.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that's gonna change this whole real ID. They can't allow people to get away with that shit.
It's against the religion. Look. I swear to you, I know people at work at the BMV, and if you go in there and if you're a Muslim faith, you can wear your hijab and take your photo in it.
Yes, because you're Muslim. You're not a
But
Christian.
if you're Amish, it's the same thing.
No. I mean, maybe
they cannot force the Amish.
Sometimes for some things, I'm telling you though, with the real ID, the only persons that are getting out of it, maybe if they let anybody out, will be the Muslims. Because everybody else, especially the Christians, and we've seen this many a time, Christians don't have the same rights as Muslims because we have to be tolerant of a peaceful religion like Islam, but horrible Christianity, who's responsible for more deaths in the world than any other religion, yada, 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 that needs to be, taken out. I hope so. I do. I hope so.
Do Amish have to have IDs?
My religion just says that I should have a head covering and even not claim that I'm Muslim.
I ain't getting a real ID.
Amish customers don't have IDs or social security numbers.
No. That's surprising.
Here are 5 beliefs that set the Amish apart from Protestant Christians. Nature of salvation. Hold on, let me click on it so I can get the whole thing. And I'm going to stutter my way through this, guys and gals. Few truly understand the beliefs and tenets of faith, while the Amish are Christians. They believe in Jesus and in the Holy Trinity and have some beliefs that set them apart from other Protestants and other Christian denominations. Here are the 5 beliefs that set the Amish apart from other Protestant Christian groups. The nature of the salvation, separation from the world. The Amish are well known for their horse and buggy lifestyle, live separately from the world and modern technology. The separation extends to foregoing electricity, since being tied to the electrical grid would constitute a connection to the outside world. This stems from the desire to avoid being polluted by the sin they see as rampant in the modern world.
Yeah, they get that because there's a passage in the Bible that says, "Do not fall in love with this world because this is not your home." As SDA, I know that text quite well, so I understand why they do it, and I think it's great. If you're like that, because you're not supposed to fall in love with the ways of this world. Even in the SDAs, they tell you that. We still use cars and electricity and all that, but because everything can be an idol, right? You can have. Don't worship other idols in front of God or more than God, right? Well, an idol doesn't have to be an actual idol of a pagan god. It can be anything that takes your attention away from God. So if you're more into watching TV and the Kardashians, then the Kardashians and the TV are your God. Anything that takes away your attention from God more than it should, because God should be your number one, then that's your false idol kind of mentality.
Yeah, it goes God, core, country. In that order, damn it.
Yeah, I think the country's long gone, bro. It was gone before you even got in my opinion. But
the evangelization is number 3. Most Christians see spreading the word of God as a central responsibility of their faith. Many Amish, on the other hand, feel no obligation to evangelize, preferring to let the faith show by the way they live. In fact, the Amish rarely accept converts. Interesting.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So if you want to convert, you might have to be a Mennonite. I don't know about that. We'd have to look that up. But separation of church and state. Amish grant primary authority to the church and reject any civilian authority that contradicts it. Amish beliefs, for example, forbid of public funds. Therefore, retired Amish receive no Social Security benefits. On the other hand, they are not legally obligated to pay Social Security taxes either, per a 1961 Supreme Court decision. They do not educate their children past 8th grade, and they avoid joining the military. In addition, when requiring to testify in court, they do not swear oaths. Instead, they make affirmations of truth according to their religious tolerance. Number 5 is the Ordn, O-R-D-N-U-N-G. The Ordnung is an oral tradition of rules and expectations that govern every aspect of Amish life, private, public, and ceremonial. Rather than being written set of rules, they must be memorized. The Ordnung is taught by living it, much like children absorb and learn the native tongues by living. It is the code and conduct that evolved over decades and differs slightly from Amish congregation to another. So yeah, no IDs and no Social Security numbers. There you go. Start a Amish-esque, and you could do away with all that crap.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how long that lasts. I mean, we have liquor stores being able to be open, but we can't have church service.
Yeah. Now I know that the Amish have to pay some taxes because they collect taxes on some items.
They make goods and they sell goods, so I'm sure there's a sales tax.
Yeah. So I've bought from the Amish before, and they've said I have to pay the man. I'm like, how in the hell do you have to pay the man? I mean, I didn't curse, because their kids were around. But, and that is why my channel is not child friendly, because I do curse. And I don't want to upset any children and teach them any new words. However, in my Bible, it says you shall not take God's name in vain. Doesn't say anything about fuck, shit, piss, any of that.
As long as it was in the Bible at all, I think it's free game, bro. So ass, bitch, whore.
Yeah. So, anyways, enough with that, I guess. So there's your Amish, Weird Al Yankovic, Amish Paradise stuff. No IDs. So yeah. Religious questions for some special voter ID cards. Pennsylvania Department of Transportation offers ID cards to those with religious objections to being photographed, including the Amish and Mennonite groups. So Mennonite don't like the pictures taken either. But in order to get a non-photo ID for religious reasons, applicants must answer a series of 18 questions that delve deeply into their face and personal information. All right, let's check this out.
Yeah, I do.
I'm interested in that. The image, okay. The Pennsylvania Department of Transportation offers ID cards for religious objections to being photographed, including Amish and certain Mennonite groups. But in order to receive the ID, you must do the following: jump through the hoop. Now that Pennsylvania passed one of the nation's toughest voter ID laws to prevent voter fraud, the scope and questions are drawing criticism. The first item on PennDOT's form asks applicants to describe your religion. It is followed by more questions that devout followers might struggle to answer, and some that inquire about lives of family members. How many members are there in your religion? How many members are there of your religion? How many congregations? What is the process by which you came to the religion? What religious practices do you observe? Do other family members hold the same religious beliefs? Submitting that form once notarized is not enough. Applicants must fill out another form, and if they lack proof of identification, yet another form must be filled out and completed for a non-photo ID to be issued. Going through the process, essentially, if those who hold religious objections to being photographed wanted to vote, anyone who wants to vote must show identification at the November election. 2 Republican senators, both of whom supported the voter ID law, have expressed concerns about what it takes to get a non-photo ID. State Senator Mike Fulmer said the question seems intrusive, and he wonders why all the information is needed. They're going to be keeping them for the polls, keeping American citizens from polls, Fulmer said. That's what I'm concerned about. The form is an overreach, in my opinion, added State Senator Mike Brubaker. I don't want persons for religious reasons not to have a photo taken to go through the process that is more cumbersome than absolutely necessary to get a proper identification to vote. Mary Catherine Roper, a staff attorney for the American Civil Liberties Union of Pennsylvania, said some of the questions on the affidavit are relevant to determine if the applicant's beliefs are sincere. But I have no idea what they propose would be some of the other questions out there. PennDOT indicates it has issued nearly 4,000 non-photo IDs that are currently valid to people with religious objections. Pennsylvania is home to 61,000 Amish Americans, or Amish people. PennDOT spokeswoman Jan McKnight said that the questions on the affidavit were created by the agency's lawyers based on federal and state case law. It can't be too simple because we're talking about a legal ID. McKnight said, we are not there to stand in the way from them getting a voter ID, but we're just recognizing the fact that this is such of importance to them that they don't want to have their picture taken. The answers are reviewed by PennDOT personnel and not shared with any other agency, which is probably a fucking lie. It is a lie. A requirement of the Federal Driver's Privacy Protection Act, she said. Not answering all the questions on the affidavit form is a reason for denying the issuance of a non-photo ID. In the past, the Amish have submitted a letter from their bishop affirming their membership instead of completing the affidavit to get the card. Those Amish seeking simply to renew their photo ID card once every 4 years can still rely on a letter from their bishop. Going forward, new Amish applicants must fill out a PennDOT form and answer questions to get their ID. Looking over the questions asked on the affidavit, McKnight agreed that some of them might be a bit personal. It's not hard to get personal when you're talking about matters of religion. Senior fellow at the Young Center for Anabaptist and Pietist Studies of Elizabethtown College said the Amish objection to being photographed is grounded in their beliefs. Okay, and I lost where I was, but anyways, so yeah, some of the new requirements for the application for religious reasons. Does it have sacred texts or commandments? If so, please describe or provide them. Does it have ceremonies or meetings? Describe 3 significant requirements of prohibitions of your religion. Describe which ways the religion affects your daily life. And then you have to sign it. All right. Well, so now you know. There's all these stipulations for Pennsylvania.
Why would they even want a real ID? Why would any Amish even sign up for that?
Oh, they vote. I don't understand why, but
If you have to have a real ID to vote, then yeah, I'm done voting, I guess. I don't really know how much it works anyway.
Just move to
Two-party
Cali.
system's kind of flawed.
Let's move to Cali. They'll give you one.
Yeah. I can just claim I'm illegal and get a voting license.
Si hablamos español, señor. Vamos.
Yeah. I'm from Mexico. I don't really know much Spanish.
Yeah.
El chalupa, please.
And it's not even that, but it's not even the Mexican population. It's everybody else that goes through Mexico. I mean, have we already forgotten all the immigrants that were coming up through Mexico that Mexico didn't want and we didn't want because they were from here, there, and everywhere?
Yeah.
I really believe it's not a Mexican problem because they come. I mean, of course, there's some idiots from every race and religion, but they come up here and work.
They can still do it legally. They are the problem if they're coming up illegally.
Yeah, if you're doing it illegally, but I mean, anybody. It's not all Mexicans. That's you know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. You got Muslims coming in to do the harm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some Mexicans that are coming in to technically not do harm, but they're doing harm still too. You think that they just want a job to have a better life. No, how do they get that job? They steal fucking people's social security numbers. Mm-hmm. So even them not trying to hurt anybody, they still hurt people in order to get a job here and work. Not to mention it does take away from Americans who could have that job, or people who came into this country legally to have that job. So they are hurting people just by crossing the border, wanting to do a good thing by working. You know what I mean? Or is it bad as the Muslims coming in here to crash planes in the buildings? No.
I know. I mean, I'm acquaintances with Mexican nationals that come up here on a green card, and they pay taxes, and they do all the stuff that they're supposed to do. Right. I mean, just like the crazy Scotsman. I mean, he's here trying to get a citizenship, and that's all good. But if you're doing something illegal, they'll fucking fry us, but they won't fry them.
Yeah, but they'll fry the crazy Scotsman. You said.
Right.
Speeding ticket. That motherfucker's gone. But, you got people killing motherfuckers in California and being let free.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely need to fix that system.
This is why all of it, dude, all of it, this country needs to have a reset. Personally, in my opinion, but that ain't going to happen, I suppose. And if it does, it's going to be something else. I mean, even then, whatever we come out of it with might be worse or no better than what we, try to quash.
Right. More widespread than realized, says Sanford study. America's sick map. This isn't the flattened curve we promise, but we're going to go ahead and give you a soft restart.
Clark County, where's that? Is that Indianapolis?
No, it's in Indiana. It's in southern area. I get text messages from everybody from around the country. I have connections everywhere, so has anyone paid attention to the fact that they've sprung all the prisoners, or lots of them, to prevent the corona outbreak?
Don't go buy guns, though. We don't want that. By the way, we're not going to come to your house if somebody breaks in, only if, it's violent. Okay.
So apparently, Bakersfield.com has put up an article about all of the prisoners they've released, and we know that because we've seen it here in Indiana as well. But now people are talking about it. So in order to keep everybody safe, they just released them out into the world. Nations struggle to count virus toll because it affects some people and it doesn't affect other people. Right? As to where, yeah, did you like that? They have first Cav military guys and an entire drive-through testing area. Let's see if we can get that. Let me see, go back to where I can view. And here we have the National Guard and Indiana Department of Health. But we're supposed to be.
The government's here to help everybody.
We're supposed to be doing better, right? So why do we need to open a new testing facility? Interesting. Got to have a place to go get those vaccines, right? They're not telling you about the health protocol that we scroll across the bottom of the screen every day. Why? Because Big Pharma can't make any money off of it. So go look at my video about the doctor who's talking to other doctors are telling you the same thing, except he threw in some quinine in some Schweppes water. And of course, all the people that are super intelligent are talking about, you have to drink a gallon of Schweppes water to get the quinine you need. No, jackass. The quinine allows your body to absorb the zinc. It's not a replacement for the hydroxychloroquine. It just allows the zinc to penetrate cell walls easier. And if you go to jimstapani.com and read about all that shit, it's real science. He's a real doctor, and he tells you that your body is deficient and that you need to. And he is not in epidemiology. He is a weightlifting bodybuilder. And at 56 years old, I will take his advice over some jackass in the White House that looks like he's dying at the same age. So, yeah. Jim is all natural. There's no steroids involved, and you need to check him out because he has all the information you ever wanted. Probably some that you don't want, but that's where you can check it out at. And he has great workout plans. He's currently holding a contest for you to lose weight, and he's going to give you $5,000. So, yeah, there you go. Motivation. And it's a band and body weight workout. So if you don't have a gym like The Rock or all these fancy ass celebrities, you can do that workout at home with your own body weight. $1,200 is not enough. People are agonizing at their kitchen tables, trying to figure out how to feed them, their families. Well, yeah, because we rely on fast food and box meals. That's why I do the gardening stuff, and that's why I started doing the gardening stuff, because food security is just like owning a rifle. If you don't have food security, your rifle's not going to do you a whole hell of a lot of good if you starve to death, right? So anyways. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I accidentally hit the unmute button on our chat.
So we're a few seconds behind on there.
Well, we are.
So the article I'm referring to is an MSN Money, and you can go here and check out that link. So anybody that got their stimulus check, what did you do with it? Did you pay bills? Did you buy food? Did you buy silver? Walter, did you buy silver?
You need food. You get what you need, you know. Luckily for us, well, we don't have our stimulus check. We probably won't for a while, even if we do. Or if we do. But we don't really need it. So if we do get one, we'll be putting that into either paying off bills especially credit card stuff, with interest and shit. It'd be a really good idea to do it, or get silver or gold. Anything that you can do to get yourself out of debt or secure your future, I think, is a good idea if you don't need it to, pay bills or eat with.
Yeah, I think they should give $1,200 per kid and $500 per adult. Because by far, children consume way more food. I mean, if you don't have kids, you wouldn't know that. But would the $3,400 be applied there? Another tough question. I'm grateful for any sort of help we're getting, she said, but it's not going to go far for us. The Internal Revenue Service has processed more than 80 million stimulus checks on April 10th, and its centerpiece of the $2.2 trillion effort to shore up the battered U.S. economy. Americans earning $75,000 or less, or $150,000 and below for a couple, are eligible for a $1,200 payout per adult and $500
Stealing
for each.
from your kids for money today, basically.
Right. It does not say in this article anywhere how they're going to rape it from your taxes. So, whenever you file for taxes.
Well, you don't want to bring that out yet because that would make people upset.
Right. All right. Moving on. Nation running out of frozen pizzas. That's a fucking okay.
Travesty, right? Okay,
shut it down.
Legit. Illuminati confirmed.
That is a conspiracy theory.
Is out of business.
Totino's can't make pizzas fast enough.
Dude, I love fucking Totino's, man. I miss it so bad.
A new hard-to-find item now happens to be frozen pizza. Stores across America are finding it hard to keep easy-to-cook products in stock. Well, why is that? Because nobody knows how to
cook.
Yeah, nobody knows how to make a pizza at home. You buy the pizza dough, you buy pizza sauce, and spread pizza sauce on said pizza dough, and then you put your toppings on, and ta-da, you have a pizza. Now, is it 30 minutes or less? Probably not, but
it's too much work for most people anyway.
Yeah. That is funny. That easy grab-and-go foods like frozen pizza with a shelf life are in hot ticket items. With frozen pizza coming to the forefront, even Barstool Sports is placing an emphasis on freezer goods. Dave Portnoy, founder of a site, has delivered his readers with a consistent stream of pizza reviews over the year. Typically, he visits across the country to make, just takes a bite of a slice to give his rating. With America shut down and Portnoy in quarantine, he is now resorting to doing this with frozen pizza, which is just another example of how the product is becoming mainstream. I thought pizza was mainstream forever, but hey, what am I?
Yeah, no, it's not like that's a new invention.
It's considered an essential item. One user pointed out on Twitter. Did you know pizza was an essential item?
I'm not surprised. Apparently, it's a vegetable too.
Well, yeah. If you get a vegetable-covered pizza, I guess maybe.
No, they deem tomatoes a vegetable, even though it's a fucking fruit, so they can then serve kids pizza in school and claim it is a vegetable. That's why if you ever get a can of Chef Boyardee, it will say that it has however many servings of your daily vegetables in it. And the vegetable that they are telling you about is tomato sauce.
Yeah.
So, lies, and damn lies.
However, fresh produce goes to waste as the cerveza bug has wrecked the supply chains. So that's something definitely we need to talk about because that's what we're about over here. We talk about everything, but the food supply chain, where does your food come from?
Somebody's got to go out there and manually pick it, manually put it in a truck. Somebody's got to manually drive it to your store. Then somebody else has got to manually put it on the fucking shelf, bro. There's a lot of people that have to be in on that situation.
Yeah, so there's real life stories about farmers leaving produce to rot in the fields, even though Americans see empty shelves on the grocery store, and food banks say that they're overwhelmed with requests for assistance. And a lot of those requests are, I'm going to go out on a limb and say 90%. They want, canned goods, easily prepared foods, even though they're home. They're not cooking the way they should be, and learning all those awesome methods that make you self-sufficient. So,
Saints and Sapper says, "Don't ask what they allow in tomato sauce."
oh, the
Dude,
bug,
come
the
on
bug.
now. I already know Chef Boyardee is bad for me for other reasons like carbs and shit, but you don't have to make it worse.
Oh, he's talking. Yeah, he's talking about the allowance of bug parts and mice and other animal parts that get ground
Well,
up
you get
into.
that in everything, man. They have a tolerance of amount of rat shit that you can have in a Snicker bars, for crying out loud. So, I mean, anything that's produced like that or whatever is going to have that, as an acceptable amount of whatever nasty part. I mean, candy canes. The coloring on candy canes for a long time were beetle shells, right?
So the Produce Marketing Association and Industry Trade Group estimates that more than $5 billion, B with a billion with a B, fresh fruits and vegetables have already been wasted so far. And we're like, what, day 33, day 34 of the quarantine? So $5 billion.
Saints and Sappers, we're no longer friends, bro. We're no longer friends.
Rat hair and dung, yummy. Well, that's how you get your protein, as long as it's not bat shit, I guess, where we find bat guano.
I'm gonna have to make my own fucking Chef Boyardee now.
Yeah, we've made our own.
Yeah, it's never gonna be the same though, man. There's something about the canning process of pasta. Like, I've tried canning pasta myself; it just disintegrates. So there's some way that they do it that you can't really do yourself. I don't know. So I'm not a big pasta fan, but I do like Chef Boyardee and SpaghettiOs. Which I haven't had either one of them for probably years. Oh, he must be on the phone.
Had a call, had to take there for a moment.
Saints and Sappers, the truth will set you free, Stinger, LOL. Will set me free or will gross me out so I can never eat my favorite food ever again. Dude, I'm a fat guy, okay? I live for food, man. Food is my number one. You know how Irish is over there, God, Marines and country? I'm God, food, and
guns.
Too, bro.
Guns.
Yeah.
You need a shirt that says that: God, food, and guns. GFG. This is the GFG channel. This is Poison Stinger coming from the GFG Live.
Dude, that might be a new channel name for me.
Right there. Look at you, bro. Look at you go. We're growing.
Oh, yeah. You got my juices flowing now, bro.
Poison Stinger is growing over here. He's growing foods, growing ammo.
I'm also on Cialis, so
he's growing all kinds of shit. Plumps when you cook it. It plumps when you cook it. So to finish up this article real quick, it says the guy from the marketing group says, I think this demonstrates that the food supply chain we have set up now is not set up to pivot quickly to address the problem and to shock to the system. Brian Ronholm, Director of Food Policy at the Consumer Reports, told The Hill. Produce Marketing Association CEO Kathy Burns said the wasted fruits and vegetables we planted months ago, and that the farmers are already starting to plan the next harvest. So they're already starting to plan the succession planting harvest.
Is that a good thing or bad?
That's good. I mean, I guess if they can get it to market. But we're not allowed to have the farmers market right now because, can't have more. Yeah, social distancing, right? So,
yeah,
I mean,
all your rights have been suspended.
There's product literally wasting on the ground, and then you have a whole
Wasn't
population.
Middleborough the one that was talking about how there's like an abundance of milk right now, or they're having to dump it out, but for some reason you can only get like a limit of 1 or 2 milks in a grocery store or some shit?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Well, they're limiting it because it's like when the tornado or bad weather comes through, everybody runs to the store and cleans the shelves, right? Which is good for the stores because they don't have to stock any other inventory. But it's bad when it becomes a 4-week long hurricane or SHTF or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
The just-in-time shipping, which a lot of people have covered here on YouTube.
I thought maybe that they were having to dump their milk out and stuff on farm or ranches because of the fact that maybe they don't have enough plastic jugs or whatever for putting the milk in. You know what I mean?
Well,
because that production is probably not as vibrant.
So in milk production, I'm not 100% certain, but in orchards and stuff like that, you'll purchase all your stuff a year in advance.
Oh, yeah.
So if you know you're gonna, if your journal that you keep, your farming journal or farming garden, whatever, if it showed you got say 1,000 bushels of apples last year, then you need at least 1,000 wax boxes for the next year, right? So in October of the year before or November, you'll place the order for those boxes. Now, I assume that if you're you're manufacturing milk and you're making 6 million gallons a year, you're going to go ahead and have 6 million gallon jugs waiting for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's how farming operation works. They go ahead and buy that year, the previous year, so that they don't have a problem with packaging whenever the stuff comes in. So I don't know if that's how the dairy farmers work, but that's how farming works in my neck of the woods. Anyways.
Right.
Saints, have you been out running around doing anything, doing any looking around, checking out things? Let's see, what else we got going on over here? What can we... there's 9 ways to treat your arthritis in the comfort of your own home. Anti-mosquito diets, 3 help. Oh, well, that is a great article. I want to read that myself, so we'll open that up and look at that. What to eat to keep mosquitoes from eating you. See, insect repellents, but commercial ones are available and they're filled with chemicals. You could try essential oils, which I've never had luck with. I've planted so many mint plants that it's not funny. I planted them under a willow tree, so when the wind blows, the willows, the weeping willow will brush them, and it smells fantabulous. But then, it doesn't work to keep the mosquitoes away. So consuming garlic is a powerful repellent against mosquitoes and several other insects, but you have to take it on a daily basis, which I do. But it does disappear quickly from your body. So you need to eat garlic as close to raw as possible. Onions, leeks, chives, and shallots also contain high amounts of insect-repelling allicin. So, and of course, garlic is great for boosting the immunity, cardiovascular, filled with antioxidants and antibacterial properties. Rubbing raw garlic onto pimples can help get rid of them. The properties extend to fighting fungus, meaning raw garlic can be rubbed on one's feet to treat athletes' feet. Did not know that. That's interesting. So not only are my feet going to stink from sweating, they're also going to smell like garlic feet.
Yay.
Lemongrass, which is a superfood, we plant that every year. It's not a perennial. But if it is in your area, I would highly suggest planting it. It smells fantabulous. It's a cool grass. It allows beneficial bugs to hide in it. Lemongrass essential oil or any other citronella-rich essential oil can be used for aromatherapy. Its strong fragrances can keep mosquitoes and other nasty bugs at bay. It does work if you plant it all around your patio, but if you go any further than your patio, yeah, you're going to be eat up. You can also consume lemongrass as a tea to help relieve anxiety, pain, and bloating. Finally, lemongrass tea can boost your overall oral health, prevent infection, and lower cholesterol. So that grass can also be made into tea. Grapefruit, which is disgusting. I don't care if you eat grapefruit and mosquitoes would be repelled like you have adamantium skin. I'm not eating grapefruit, but for people who like it, it contains a compound known as nootkatone, and I probably said that wrong, which is also found in other citrus fruits. Nootkatone is a natural chemical that can effectively repel not just mosquitoes but ticks as well. So rub yourself down with grapefruit. Grapefruit is generally an excellent superfood for the immune system. It's filled with vitamin A, C, and E, which all work well together to keep your immune system strong. Blah, 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 blah. You can also keep mosquitoes at bay by avoiding certain food items that these disease-carrying critters are attracted to. For example, studies have shown that mosquitoes are far more likely to bite people who have consumed a single can of beer. Mosquitoes also more likely to target you if you have strong amount of lactic acid, which can show up in sweat no matter what you
They like bright colors, and if you've eaten a banana, those are things I know. Heard before.
So that is an interesting article. However, the hydroxyquinone that they're talking about also keeps you from getting the malaria from the little bastards. So not only does it cure, or supposedly, I can't say that because I'm not a medical doctor and it's not an FDA approved drug for that, but it also works for the cerveza bug. So Saints and Sappers has not been out, locked in the compound. Roger that. But you're doing all right, I assume, because you're part of the like-minded group that believe something was going to happen. One of my friends called me and he's like, "Oh, you were preparing for this," and I was like, "No, man, I'm just preparing for everything. Nothing in general."
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to kind of prepare for a little bit of everything. That's why you have silver, just in case the economy collapses. That's why you have food, in case the food delivery system collapses. That's why you have guns if the government comes after your ass, or you have to defend the shit that you just got. Yeah, that's why. Most preppers prep for a lot of things. That's one thing I didn't like about doomsday preppers, because they wanted everybody to have one thing that they were preparing for on their title.
Yeah. Well, I don't watch it for the preparedness value. I watch it for to see how they make these people look like screwy nut jobs. And in reality, they're probably not. There's probably some that are. But, there's some good ideas and there's a lot of bad ideas, but it's just something to watch, to pass the time whenever you're, have nothing else to do, right? I say that, but I get to watch maybe an episode every once in a while, but I have them recorded for that reason, to watch them, and it's just fun. It's fun
No, they're
to see what
good.
everybody else is
enjoy
doing.
them too, because you get ideas. I think that's where I first heard about the whole shipping container, stuff. And there was a lot of other things too.
Right, and you don't have to pay for any of the information you're giving you, other than your cable subscription or whatever. So like the prepared, not the prepared mind. He's a good guy, but I'm trying to think. There's a lot of good books out, and I know you don't like to read, but a lot of good books. And I forgot the guy's name. I said it in a couple other videos back, but he's the one retired Marine Corps pilot, and he does all these bunkers for the rich people. And he tells you all about what you need, and if you're going to do a shipping container, there's certain restrictions and stuff you have to do in order to put. Explorer Handbook says rub wild onions on skin to help keep mosquitoes off. Yeah. Yeah. We just read that. So
keep the skeeters off, but also probably keep the wife off.
yeah, right. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Saints. Yeah, Joel Skousen. I can't ever remember his name, but he has a couple great books out. He also has a great website. You can sign up for a report. You have to pay for it, but he sends you reports weekly or daily or something like that. So it tells you everything you ever wanted to know about bunkers. He builds them for a living, so. And of course, I like to support my fellow Marines. So his daily brief is called the World Affairs Brief. This week in the World Affairs Brief, falsification of COVID-19 numbers continues. As I watch both alternative news sources and mainstream media news sources, it looks like two completely different worlds. One that only a few people see, where independent reporters and analysts are out asking the right questions, challenge the official narrative, and discover truthful answers. And the other world. And that's the one you have to pay for. So if you, I think you still have to pay for it. I don't know. I'll post that up there though. Joel is a Marine veteran pilot, and I bought all of his books. Just for information, he has the high security shelter, which will start incorporating some of his stuff into the home security assessment whenever the rest of those videos come out. He has a book on principles of liberty, strategic relocation. So if you're looking for a place to relocate after said SHTF, or hopefully before, but now we're currently in one. So that's a good book to read. And then the secure home. And he also has a 10 packs for survival. Telling you what you need to store. And his books are great, man. I'm telling you, like if you get the secured home or the other one, it tells you everything you want to know about down to how to make HEPA filters to screen out chemical, nuclear, biological, and radiological stuff. So, and where to acquire all the stuff. Right. And if the book is updated, you get free updates if you purchase the book. But the 10 packs of survival, it's just a small little book, professionally illustrated, basic survival necessities in 10 unique categories to get your home in a minimum condition to survive a variety of crises and shortages. This is a nice little introductory listing, preparedness items that you can give to friends who need to get started in preparation. A list of useful barter items is also included in the end. There's a half-price PDF version that's available, and you can go check that out. The 10 packs are food pack, water pack, power pack, medical pack, vehicle pack, travel pack, communications pack, household equipment pack, a defense pack, and a tool pack. So if you're new to preparing, then there you can go and go get that and start learning if you have not already. I never wanted to be surrounded in a bunker. The Alamo option ain't the best one, right? Shoot and move, shoot and move, shoot and move. But in the case of a nuclear fallout, I would like to have one. We're probably going to implement I won't call it a bunker because it's not necessarily going to be for that, but a tornado shelter. So, yeah, we were taught to avoid encirclement. However, if you go back and listen to Chesty Puller, he'll tell you, hey, That's all right. At least we now know where the enemy is. Right? Yeah, I understand, Saints. I understand. Shoot, move, and win with fire superiority. Let them run with their pens down. Don't get caught with yours down. Did you see those things we were talking about the other day, Saints? They have a new 40 millimeter drone that can do swarms, and it can dwell up to 20 minutes in the sky to do an ambush and drop any sort of 203 grenade that can be attached to it. You can't use the 203 grenade launcher tube anymore because the drone itself is longer. So you have to use the M320, I think it is. But it's a drone that can carry a payload. I think it can fly for 15 minutes and then dwell at said location. So hover over top the target for up to 20 minutes for an ambush. It's made by an Australian company, I believe. But we talked about it the other day, and it's pretty cool. I think Stan Ulch was the one that talked about it. Oh boy, drone with party favors, right? I figured you would like that. It's up in one of the other videos. Let me see if I can still have it pulled up here. I'm sure you would appreciate it, like a lot of other people that like stuff that goes bang. Of course, we didn't have all this cool stuff back whenever I was in. But yeah, they're pretty nifty. It's called Defentex Drone 40, and I'll open it up and post the link. They're pretty nifty. I'm not gonna lie. The Australian UAV can be fired from a 40 millimeter grenade launcher. However, like I said, you have to switch from the 203 grenade launcher, the M203, to the M320, and it is a standalone grenade launcher. That I guess you can still shoot the 203 out of, but the 320 is designed specifically for that. So, and there's the link to that. It's cool. I'm not gonna lie. And they can. It says the drone 40 can employ soft kill or hard kill options, disable or destroy enemy platform. The hard kill option using a airburst munition with a 10-meter effective area. It can now, and they said they've further developed it to offer a loitering munition capable against ground targets in a similar manner as the Aero Vermont Switchblade that the U.S. Army uses. Along with the high explosive and armor penetrating payloads, the drone 40 rounds are available with a camera system, making them a contender against the likes of the Black Hornet, now being rolled out across the Australian Army. Defentex also offers the Tempest fire support drone. It's truly frightening looking platform that can carry up to 80 guided rockets and serve as a mobile infantry support platform. The drone 40 round has been integrated with the Tempest, which would serve as a base station for swarms of the drone 40. Defentex website is lacking any further detail, so they're not putting the detail of that platform out, but they have came out and told us that they have these awesome 40 millimeter drones. To launch the platform follows considerable interest shown by the U.S. military in a man's portable counter UAV, counter UAS technology. In February of this year, a 40 millimeter round firing a capturing net was announced by the U.S. Army engineer at Armament Research Development and Engineering Center based in New Jersey, known as the Scalable Effects Net Warhead. The round can be fired from a standard 203 or MK-47 grenade launcher and works by ensnaring an enemy drone in a capture net. Along with being lighter and more compact solution than current drone guns, the ability to capture an enemy device allows weapons intelligence specialists to forensically examine its origins and construction, important in any future conflict where insurgents employ proxy forces. So that's the one article. There's another one that shows the actual drone and some of its capabilities. So I'll go back, see if we can find that one. Soldier Systems Daily did a report on it, and I'll put it up too. So it's just something cool to go check out, man. This is awesome. Bad for us because now they don't have to drone your house. They can just send a micro drone up. I sure hope a patriotic nerd is working on countermeasures. Right. Yeah. I didn't even click back over it. I was thinking the same thing. So it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's a damn fine piece of equipment. So, what are we listening to? All right, I got a phone call to take here. Go ahead, Poison Sticker. You can talk about it if you want, or whatever you want to talk about, sir.
Well, when you start talking about military equipment, it's a little bit over my pay grade. I mean, I know some of the things that are cool, but that's about where that ends. As far as grenade launchers and shit, yeah, you're out of my wheel spec. I mean, it sounds cool. I'd love to shoot it for sure.
Right. So currently, the military you can't purchase a 40 millimeter. You can only get a 37 millimeter in U.S. version. I think Spikes Tactical makes them, but yeah, you can only currently get a 37 millimeter. So that even if you could acquire one of these things, and I'm sure they're fucking phenomenally expensive, minus the warhead.
Well, you can even get the warhead if you have the right paperwork. I know that, but yeah, you
right,
have a lot of
right.
paperwork.
Yeah, low cost programmable.
If you can get in the suppressor, there's a lot of paperwork.
Right, yeah, you have
the
to have
waiting
explosive.
period on a mortar round is probably up there.
So, yeah, it's a phenomenal piece of equipment, though. I mean, if it helps the guys on the ground, yeah. Australian manufacturer Defentex also offers a technology in 12 gauge and 81 millimeter form of these things. Obviously, they come with larger or smaller payloads, as well as a different flight and loiter time. So it'd be cool to see the 12 gauge version, what it does. I'm sure it doesn't have, I mean, if they can equip a 203 with a explosive round, I'm sure they can put a 12 gauge explosive round.
Yeah, I mean, I'd sign up for that.
Education. The place Defend Tex has a wealth of knowledge. They also have a U.S. number so you can call. Defentex services military and law enforcement communities around the world. Our vision is a world leader in defense technology. All right, well, I do not agree with the fucking police having a fucking 40 millimeter drone launcher because, well, yeah, no, I still don't. If they need it for surveillance, yeah, no. Especially if it has a warhead on it.
Well, they restrict all the new fun toys for a reason. Because the whole reason for the Second Amendment was for us to have the same military power as the military. Actually, there wasn't even supposed to be a military. We were supposed to be the military, right? But we were supposed to have everything the military would technically have. And they have a lot of cool shit we're not allowed to have. And there's a reason for that. Because, yeah, they don't want us to come up against them. It becomes so tyrannical that they know that they better keep certain shit away or they might have to face the consequences of people doing shit with it. So what do you do when you're a tyrannical government seeking power? First thing you do, you make sure that people can't stand up and fight against you. And then you divide them so that they won't stand up collectively. It's ingenious if it wasn't so damn evil.
Yeah. Apparently, this company makes a hell of a lot of stuff. They make high-pressure sniper rifles, anti-RPG intercept projectiles, anti-torpedo intercept, missile defense concepts and designs. They do adhesive research. So I can touch on that. That drone that they're making is made out of carbon fiber. Otherwise, it would not have the capabilities. So I'd be interested in that. Energy absorbing materials, pneumatic ballistic systems, aircraft missile defense, aircraft self-defense concepts, chaff and flare dispensers, which is awesome. Those are cool. But I think the technology is going away from heat seeking because they have fucking 20 millimeter rounds now that have radomes, and they have little radar electronics built into the
Yeah,
head.
you can drop one of those things on a person's head from just a satellite. I don't think heat seeking is that necessary anymore.
Optical solutions for sighting and targeting, which I hope we never go to sites. I know in the military times they were talking about there's not enough ACOGs for the Marines, and I'm thinking, why the fuck are we training people with ACOGs and not iron sights still?
Yeah, so that somebody has a government contract with them because they are ridiculously expensive for what they are. I mean, they're nice, granted, but yeah, I mean, you're right. You should learn on iron sights first of all. Second of all, somebody's getting paid on that one because yeah, you're taking something that would probably be like a couple $100 to produce and charging $1,500 or more for it.
They make a nice IR flare for the 37 millimeter. Yeah, my buddy's real into the 37 millimeter stuff. Apparently, you can buy all kinds for it. He wants to use it for 4th of July. I just think it'd be a lot of fucking. Considering he only has one launcher. Now, if you had a multi-platform launcher that you could launch them electronically, that'd be cool. But seems to think that he wants to shoot them off at 4th of July. For the 37 millimeter. But I don't know about all that. They made all the cool toys restricted now. Yeah. You got to jump through a bunch of hoops to get it.
Yep.
You can get it, but you still have to jump through a bunch of hoops. And then you have to allow the alphabet boys to enter your home unannounced, which is not good, you know.
Yeah,
What if they come in and you have your sex swing?
Like the ATF showing up and checking your shit.
Right. What happens if you have your sex swing up or some weird shit like that, or your dungeons prepared, or whatever you're into, you know, from purchasing stuff from Pleasure Paradise from old Bobby. You know, I mean, you could have all that stuff up or come in and you're taking a deuce. So what else we got to talk about here? Fears virus could reach the space station. That's a conspiracy theory there.
Yeah, that's an impressive virus, bro.
Quarantine has led to murder. Apparently in Brooklyn, a man tells the NYPD he killed his father because they were stuck together in quarantine, and then they find his mutilated body inside the home. So people are, obviously there's no respect there because he killed his father.
Yeah.
Police, let's see. Oh, Khalid Ahmad, 26, had been staying with his father inside the Diker Heights home during the coronavirus outbreak. He went to a nearby bagel shop approximately 4:30 a.m. when he told police he had a knife in his father. He had knifed his father. I killed my father, Ahmed said, who was drenched with blood. When he told them, according to the NYPD spokesperson, police later found the body of a 57-year-old Ahmad Ahmad, badly mutilated inside the home, according to the New York Post. Officials arrested Khalid, I guess, went to the home located on 84th Street near 14th Avenue. Police discovered the victim had suffered multiple stab wounds and was disembodied. So he did not only...
Somebody didn't like him very much.
He took his dad apart with a knife. So now we need knife control, right? The Post reports that Ahmed allegedly cut off his father's arms and part of his head and disemboweled him. He also reported he placed some of the body parts near the rest of the corpse. A large kitchen knife was also recovered inside the house. Ahmed faces charges of murder and criminal possession of a weapon. So now a butcher knife is considered criminal possession of a weapon. Police have not disclosed the motive of the attack. He probably told his son to do something, and the son decided, nobody will find you for a couple months. There's that article. So, for your digestion pleasure, real news, hard-hitting news. Ellen, staff is furious over poor treatment and pay cuts. So apparently Ellen is cutting back her staff's money. Paparazzi,
Ellen?
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, I know.
Report over half of Amazon U.S. warehouses have coronavirus infections. Dr. Phil destroyed for wild coronavirus segment. So apparently people are talking trash about Dr. Phil. I guess he is a TV personality, maybe. I don't know.
You don't know who Dr. Phil is, bro?
No, I'm like don't watch TV that much.
Yeah, I don't either, but even I know who Dr. Phil is. I used to watch a lot more TV, though, to be honest. So, quick synopsis of Dr. Phil. You know who Oprah Winfrey is?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay. So, Oprah has had a show for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was back in the 90s or early 2000s where she started bringing in a psychologist every once in a while to talk about some of the things that she was talking about on her show. And she always brought back the one all the time, and his name was Dr. Phil. Well, he became so popular on her show that he then had his own show. And he's kind of a family therapist or, kind of thing. So he'll have like the Jersey Shore, like the TV personalities of crazy families come on his show and discuss shit. And then there was this one chick who was like, she thought she was, I don't know. Dude, it's crazy. It's almost like Jerry Springer, but without all the fighting. But there is a lot of craziness on it. So, yeah. That's been out. I mean, he's been out for a long fucking time, though. I mean, yeah.
Well, and now we know about that if you didn't know.
Everybody knew Buddy, but you. I mean, you're the only one in the fucking world that don't know Dr. Phil.
I don't know who Dr. Phil is. I'm a bad...
You're the only motherfucker, yeah.
Bad human.
No, you're not. In fact, I'm impressed. I mean, there might be some people out in fucking the South Pole, some Eskimos that might not know. I'm sure there's some few Amish people that don't know who Dr. Phil is, but that's probably about it.
Right. Bill Gates at odds with Trump on the virus. He becomes a target. Well, hey, Bill Gates has got all the money, so he can fight it off with all the law, the attorney fees and stuff. Why second wave could be even worse for sports fans. Oh, yeah, we got to have our sports.
Oh, yeah, baseball.
NASA launch astronauts.
Bro. They're talking about having
NASA
baseball games in empty stadiums.
Oh, yeah. Everybody wearing masks. Instead of a helmet, now you have to wear a gas mask to play. What was this? I do know the video game, isn't that called Fallout? Where they have, been living in time capsule.
I know of the game. I've never played it.
NASA is to launch astronauts from U.S. soil for the first time in a decade, but with the help of SpaceX.
Mm-hmm.
So our NASA program. So how are we going to put the Space Force up there then? Are we going to use SpaceX as well?
Space Force. Sounds like a badly made movie from the guys who brought you South Park.
Yeah, tactical shit.
What's that one that was America? Fuck yeah, that was it was a spoof off of Thunderbirds Go, or I forget the name of that movie.
I'm not a big movie connoisseur. Tactical shit. What'd you put? The Boogaloo Bundle.
Yeah,
I love tactical shit.
That's a good option with your with your stimulus check. If you don't need your stimulus check for anything important, night vision, baby.
Hell yeah. I highly recommend night vision. in some
Would you
form.
recommend that kit?
I don't know.
I don't know the first thing about
can't. I
it.
didn't. I
don't know.
I can do a whole series on it. I just haven't. All the way down to what NPEQ 15 you need. I got extensive knowledge on that, I guess you could say. I mean, I made my own. Similar. It's not actual night vision. It works just like night vision. But yeah, I mean, I could do a series on that. That's not a big deal. It's like a couple hours, and I'd have to edit the video. But yeah, could definitely on what options are available, what you do need, what you don't need, stuff like that. So, all right, well, guys and gals, it's coming up to 2 hours, and I have lots of stuff to do today. So, if you have any questions, comments, post them up now, and we'll do those in the next 4 or 5 minutes, and then I have to get out of here.
Alrighty, bro.
Thanks for all those who showed up today and participated. As always, it's my pleasure. I appreciate everybody coming in, checking in with us, and telling us how everybody's doing out there.
Yeah, it's good to know what people are going through.
Check out my new series on gardening. I need to finish up the home assessment, security assessment, and implementation of some stuff. The hardest part is trying to figure out how to make stuff non-lethal. So I'm trying to give everybody the best possible scenario of how to use non-lethal things. And then you can use your imagination how to turn them into lethal things if you choose to. I'm not telling you to do that, nor am I endorsing that you do that. But
right.
I mean, to protect your property and stuff. All right. Well, thanks for coming, Saints. I appreciate your patronage and your intelligence, because Saints and Sappers is a wealth of intelligence. He is says so in the name. Go look up what a sapper is. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. All right, well, guys and gals, thumbs up, thumbs down, bitches, most complaints, leave them in the comment section below. If you want to get in contact with us, support our mission, drop down box, all the information. You want to send us mail of some sort. No weird shit though.
No nudes.
That's all down there too. If you want to send snail mail. Thanks for watching. I'm Irish USMC Vet. That's Poison Stinger. Have a great day. Semper Fi, Godspeed to you all, and learn something new today, guys. Plant your stuff, starts, and gals. All right, we're out of here. Have a great day.
Peace.